Hi, I'm Sally Albright. I'm here to introduce the new Talent Concierge Exchange website, TCX. TCX is a next generation platform that helps event planners discover, evaluate, and book talent with clarity and speed. We combine polished talent profiles, real availability, and a streamlined booking flow to remove the friction that slows down great events. I'll give you a tour of TCX, then I'll show how you can create an account and add your listing. So here is the TCX website. Here we are on the home page. And as you can see, immediately you can search for talent. You can type in here for the kind of talent that you're looking for. So if I put in here business and search, it's going to show me all the people that have some kind of business linked to their listing. Also on this page, we have popular categories. So if you want to do more of a browse, but within a specific area, you can touch that too. So if I do thought leaders, it will pick out everybody that's listed as a thought leader. We also have featured talent scrolling across the page here too. I'm going to jump browse at the moment because I'm going to come back to that in 1 minute. We have an about page, which tells you why we built TCX itself and what benefits you can gain from it. We have a blog, which also talks about AI and how we're using AI on the platform. Pricing, I'm going to jump to because I'm going to talk about that when I add a listing. We also have different services with TCX. We have some packages. Right now, we're promoting our New York Times bestseller package, and we have some other packages that are available too. So we support many speakers, and we have specific packages for speakers and to help them to improve their keynote talks. Okay, let's take a look at the browse. So here you can see the people that are listed on our website. So once you've added a listing, you will also be present in this browse feature. So how do you create an account on TCX? We're going to hit this join button here. We go to register. And then you choose a username. You put your email address in. You choose a password, your first name, and your last name. And then you can read the privacy policy and check the box to agree to it. And click register. So that creates my account. And it takes me to my profile page. If I scroll slightly down on my profile page, you can add a little bit of information about yourself. And this, when people look at your listings page, they say a little bit about information will be accessible when people click on your profile. You can turn off email notifications, but I do not recommend it because these are the emails that you'll get when somebody is trying to inquire about a booking. You can put a phone number in here and you can add your social links. It's very important at the bottom if you've changed any of this to then click the save changes. Okay, you can also change your password from this point. Okay, the next thing you need to do though is you need to add a listing. So I click the add listing button in the top right. There's two types of listings. Right now, we're adding a talent listing. In the future, we will have event listings as well. So let's click talent. And now we come to that pricing. So we do have a free package where you can have one listing and it has these modules attached to it, and you can have one image on your listing page. On the basic, which is $9.99 a month, You get 3 images in the gallery, and it opens up some of the different booking modules that you can have as well. And you get the video option enabled. The Pro package is $29.99 a month, and currently we're offering a 7-day free trial. So this has one listing in it. And again, it's opened up a few different modules that are available, and you can have 10 images in the gallery. You can also use any coupons, so any kind of discounts that we might be offering at a time, and we'll be able to use those coupons. The most cost effective is the Pro yearly. So it's the Pro, but paying it up front for 1 year. And that's $299.99. Again, we're offering a 7-day free trial, and it has the same options, obviously, as the Pro. So I'm going to select this yearly package. I'm going to submit listing, and it takes me to where I need to enter all the information for my listing. So I enter in my talent name. I can upload a little thumbnail picture if I want to. And then I can add in the main categories that I speak in as a keynote speaker, or kind of who I am as well. So maybe I'm a celebrity. I'm going to put myself in as a thought leader. You can also type in this box. So if I type women, I'll start to type women, I can select that if they want to search for a woman keynote speaker, then that would bring me up in that search. We also have topics. So this is the topics of a specific keynote that you might be doing. But as you can see, this is quite a long list. Go through this list, select all the ones that are relevant to you of any area that you might talk about. Click next. This is now where you're going to describe what it is that you do with your keynote and who you are. So first of all, you put in a short description tagline, about 1 or 2 sentence summary of who you are and what you speak about. I'm just going to put really simple. Okay, you would obviously put more information in than that. For speaking topics, maybe you have various different topics that you speak about, so you can list those here. You can always put a little bit of information in there too. Notice here as well that we have like the different formatting for this. So if I want to bold out or make this into a heading, you can see all the different options that you have here to make it look nice and neat on your page. You can put your keynote description in this box. You can also add your bio. All of these things can be copied across from, perhaps you have a website already set up, or any kind of bio that you send out to buyers on an email format. You can cut and paste all that information into here. Key takeaways is about what are people going to learn when they leave the room out of your keynote. And noteworthy achievements, these can be things like which specific companies have you worked with? Do you have a video that's garnered a lot of views? Additional information you can put in here where you travel from, or anything else that you think is relevant that hasn't been covered in the sections up above. This additional info section just comes directly underneath the noteworthy achievements. It does not have the additional info title. Again, you can put your phone number in, a link to your website, and then here you do need to put your email address in. You can put a minimum price range and maximum price range in. We recommend only really using the minimum price range. And then you can put your location in. This is very handy for people that might be booking you because it helps them understand what your travel expenses might be. So start typing the area where you live, hit enter, and it will bring up a list and select from the list. You then click next. Now we're on the media and socials page. If you do have a video, you can link to that video here. The majority of videos that we upload on the site are obviously linked through YouTube. You can add in all of your social links, and then this is where you load your photos onto your listing. You have to upload at least 1 photo on your listing. So we click here, we add in the images that we want to put on the page. I recommend if you are taking one of the pro packages that you add 5 pictures at a minimum. This makes the layout really nice on the listing page. So just as these are uploading, you'll notice my maximum file here is 5.4 megabytes. It will only take a maximum of 10 megabytes for a picture. It's obviously, it's a good idea to get high profile images so that they're not blurred when people are looking at them. So we'll just let that last one upload. And now that they're all uploaded, it's decided that it's going to put this picture as the featured picture on my listing. That's the biggest picture that you're going to have. I actually want it to be this picture, so all I'm going to do is click on that picture and it makes the star appear on that picture instead. We're going to click next. This page is your offerings and schedule. I'm going to toggle this booking section on. I'm not actually going to enter this information in here because this is more about pricing for when we put an event in. But I have to toggle that booking because when I scroll down to the bottom, it allows me to put my availability in the calendar here. So say starting next week, I know that I already have a booking on the Tuesday. I can block that day out. Same again, I'm busy on the Thursday. I can block that day out. For these other dates, you can put your minimum price in if you want. So here I can put a minimum price in. And then here I can do that as well. Of course, all of this is optional. You don't have to use this functionality if you don't want to. Okay, now I put the calendar info in. I'm going to come back up here and I'm going to toggle this booking section off again. Okay. Now I'm going to go into the pricing and bookable services section. In here, you can add different categories. So this category, I might say that these are my coaching sessions. And then I can put in here specific coaching sessions that I have. So it might be business coaching or personal coaching. You can put a descriptor in of what it is, and you can also put a price in here. This toggle here makes this bookable in the booking widget if you want them to be able to immediately book it. You can also do it as a one-time fee by multiple days or by multiple guests and days. And of course, you can add other categories and other items. Okay. You can also hide this pricing table on your actual listing and only show it in the booking services widget. That's up to you. All right. We also have this opening hours section. You can put in here, like if you have office hours or if you are going to be doing coaching at a specific time. The one warning is, though, that if you do enter hours in here, any time that somebody comes to look at your listing or the website, if your opening hours aren't open at that time, it will put a now closed banner across your picture. So you may or may not want to use this section. It could be misleading to some people that they may think that you're not taking any bookings at all. It depends what kind of business you are in. So I'm going to toggle that off of my listing. I'm then going to click next. And then this is the legal notification. So we have a link here to the Talent Legal Agreement. Have a read through. This is a summary. And then once you're agreed, you toggle at the bottom and then click next. This page is final details. I can add in a frequently asked questions section if I want to. I put the question here and the answer here. I'm not going to use this functionality. And then I click the preview button. When you're first creating your listing, you're not actually going to be able to preview it. It comes to us at TCX to approve that site for you. So I would recommend that you do put as much information into your listing because once we approve it, it will go live on the website. You can, of course, go back and edit anything at this stage. But once you click Submit Listing, it will come to us for approval once you've paid. So here's the checkout option. So obviously, like any checkout page on a website, you're going to put in your billing information, your payment information. And then over here, if you do have one of our coupons, you can click there and add your coupon price in and it will apply it here. Okay. I'm not going to check out because this is on our live website. And I'm actually going to log out of this account and go back to just the main page. But once your listing is approved, it will appear just like one of our speakers here. And this is what they look like. So here you can see that tagline, the video link, the speaking topics, the bio, the noteworthy achievements, and this bottom section was in the additional information. There's a link to a mailbox, and there's a link to the website. Your YouTube links here, and then those flags that we did on that basic information page, here's all those features. And then the location. And you'll see here down in the calendar, the speaker also isn't using the calendar function right now. If we go back up to the top, I'll show you how a buyer can request pricing from you. So they're going to fill in this section here with their name, their email address, their phone, and their message, and their preferred contact method. And they'll click that button to request pricing, and that will come to the email address that you put on your account. This is where you can see that little profile section. So that's who I am. I can click on my profile, and it also tells you the other listings that I have. All right. And that's pretty much a summary of TCX. If you do need to reach out to us if you're having any issues, then click on this contact link here and it will give you the contact form and that will email us and tell us or any message that you have for us. Thank you so much for watching the video.